ever heard somebody say it bounced off support or it broke the trend line? I'm going to break down support, resistance, and trend line so simple that even your little cousin could understand it. Let's go. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want trading broke down in plain English. So a trend line is a line that connects two or more points that helps identify the direction of the market. All right, family. So an uptrend line is going to connect higher lows. So all of our lows is going to connect and touch. We want to find 3 or 4 points. And a downtrend line is going to connect lower highs. So as the highs get lower and lower and lower, that trend line is going to connect. So these is how we set up our trend lines. Don't force it. Let the market show you where it's respecting. That's why we use the hour time frame to kind of set our trend lines and our support and resistance levels, because we don't want to force it. We want to see where the market is respecting, and the hour is a good time frame to see where the market is rejecting and where it's supporting. Okay, so next we have our support and resistance lines. So our support equals our bottom or our floor, you feel me? Where prices bounces off this level to go up. And now our resistance is going to be like our ceiling, and vice versa. The price is going to bounce off this level to go down. So you got support and you got resistance. So these are not going to be exact lines. These are going to be zones. And then I'll explain on another video, on the next video, on how to really set these zones up. Or a matter of fact, I'll show you now how to set these zones up. So to draw these lines, we're going to use our 1 hour, 4 hour, or our daily time frame. Like I said, this gives us a more accurate reading and shows us where the market is respecting more. So we want to find at least 2 bounce points and draw a horizontal line. You know, for me, it's around 2 to 3, anywhere from 2 to 4. The more, the better. So the more points you have of rejection or support showing that in that level, the more stronger your reading is, and the more, better analysis you're going to get on the market. So that's why we use the 4 hour, the hour, and the daily time frame to put our support and resistance. Okay, so here we have gold on an hour time frame. We found 2 points, 3 points to create a downtrend line, just to show you here. So we have about 3-4 points where it's connecting, and we drew our downtrend line. You see it breaks into the buy after. So that's how we use our trend line, is once we have it set, we're looking for a breakout. As you see, the breakout candles to the buy broke that trend line. So that lets us know the market is shifting and we need to hop out that sell and maybe hop into a buy. Vice versa, we want to go over to the side, choose trend line again, and we'll do the same exact thing for our trend in the buy direction. So we're going to start at the bottom, choose the point, the lowest point where that buy trend kind of started, and we're going to connect 2 to 3 points, 2 to 4, at least 2. So once we have that, we have our trend line. So as you see how we use it again, you drew it up, and once it broke that trend line towards the sell, we know, okay, the market is shifting a little bit. So we could get out that trade. So once we start breaking and touching our trend lines, we hop out trade. So like I said, we want to find 2 or more points before we put that line. So if there's 2 points that's coming, rejected, we have it reject at 3 o'clock and then a reject at 6 o'clock at the same level. That would probably be a valid point to maybe put a support. Vice versa, if it's bouncing off of it and going down, that's a valid area to put a resistance level. So we want to keep it clean, less is more. So we don't want to put a whole bunch, so that's why we use the hour or we use the 4 hour, less is more. We don't want to have our charts all lined up with all these different crazy lines. About 3 lines: support, resistance, and our trend line, So how traders use this level is very crucial. So the way traders use this level is for buy setups. We're looking when we hit that support level. So every time it gets to that support level area, we're looking for a buy setup. Vice versa. Every time it gets to that resistance level area, we're looking for sell setups. The confirmations are going to be like, our candlestick patterns, our break and retest, and our volume spikes. So we don't want to just and also combine with our trend line. That's what's really going to solidify and put the icing on the top with our trend line. So we don't want to just never just hop in the trade because it hit that line. We want to wait for that confirmation. So yeah, it may come down to that level and hit that support level, but now we want to wait for confirmation, whether with our market structure and our candle structure or a break and retest. We want to see confirmation. And then even with the trend line, we want to see confirmation with damn near everything before we hop in the trade. We won't just want to hop in the trade because it hit this level, because we want to see confirmation that it's going in the sell direction or the buy direction, whichever way we may be, pushing to put that play. We want to wait for that confirmation. We want to be the sniper, not a shooter. We don't want to just shoot like a machine gun. We want to wait, line it up, and take precise and precision shots. So that's why we want to wait for these confirmations when we're trading. So support and resistance lets us know where the money moves. It tells us the money moves. So if you learn to see them, you're already ahead of 80% of the traders, of new traders, So focus on support and resistance levels and learn to draw trend lines. Make sure y'all watch my next video on how to use support and resistance with price action. So we're going to show y'all this in a live trade and show y'all how to really work this. Make sure y'all join the MIG Money Moves Wealth Academy Discord for just signals and just updates on the market and just daily information on what's going on. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Anybody in tune and trying to make money and make more money, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment. Share this with somebody that may be interested in learning how to maybe day trade or learning to maybe get their credit right. But we're going to have a lot of day trading information for you soon. Remember, family, that support and resistance levels tell you where the money's moving. Learn to see them, and you're already ahead of 80% of new traders. So we want to focus on that support, resistance, and trend lines. Make sure y'all watch my next video on how to use support and resistance in price action. So we're gonna be doing this live, showing y'all how to really set this up and really use this in live effect. Join the Discord, the MIG Money Moves, MIG Wealth Academy Discord for signals and just updates on the daily market. Appreciate all the support and love. If you got anybody that's interested in learning how to make money, day trading, or learning how to maximize their credit, or just anything in regards to building wealth, tell them to subscribe, like, comment, and just stay in tune. Share this with somebody that may be interested. But peace and love, and make it a great day.